Okay guys, welcome to the JetGenix channel again, and we are going to develop the cash flow statement. Our financial modeling course is continues, and so far we have developed the balance sheet, income statement, statement of owner equity, and the overall or the total cash flow for 2019. Today we are going to develop the cash flow statement for the same company. Okay, so here we are going to report the net income before preferred dividend, and we have calculated net income before preferred dividend in the net income. So I'm going to press equal here, and I will scroll it up and go to the net income before preferred dividend. Okay, all these things we have calculated. So here net income before preferred dividend is here. Yes, is this one for 2019. So I'm going to select it and press enter. Okay, so you can see now that we have the net income before preferred dividend is 246.4 million. Okay, and after this we are going to report the depreciation and amortization. So again press equal and go to the scroll up to the income statement, and we will find depreciation and amortization here, which is here. Okay, this is the depreciation and amortization, and now we are going to press enter. Okay, so these are the two things we have entered so far, and now again we are going to report the change in working capital. So here I am going to report increase in accounts receivable, and the account receivable I am going to calculate like I will subtract the account receivable in 2018 from the account receivable in 2019. Okay, and the account receivable amount we can find in the balance sheet. Okay, so scroll up to the balance sheet, and we are going to find the account receivable there, so that we can calculate the change in account receivable. So this is the account receivable of 2019. You can see the formula I am writing here, and we will minus the account receivable of 2018 from this, so that we can find the increase in account receivable. Okay, so just press enter. Okay, now you can see here that the account increase in the account receivable is 64 million, but one thing you have to consider here is that this 64 million dollars we have paid, so it is the cash outflow. That's why it must be reported in parentheses, which by which I mean that this is the negative cash flow, this is not the positive. So how we are going to do it? We can do it like this. First we have to write negative here, then start parenthesis, and at the end we have to close the parenthesis and press enter. Okay, so now it is the negative cash flow. Again we are going to calculate the increase in inventory. Okay, here, so again press equal and go to the balance sheet, so that we can find the inventories there. Again with the same way we are going to calculate the increase in inventory. So this is the balance sheet, and this is the inventories here, but again we are going to type minus, because the increase in inventory means cash outflow. Okay, start parenthesis, and we will select this one, again press minus and select this one, so that we can find the increase in inventory, and just press enter. Okay, you see $185 million we have further invested in our inventory. Here increase in accounts payable, because the increase in accounts payable is a positive cash flow, that's why we will not report it in the parenthesis form, but in a simple way. So press the equal sign and go to the balance sheet again to find the increase in accounts payable. Okay, and in the same way we will subtract the 2018 accounts payable from the 2019 accounts payable. So this is the account payable of 2019. We will subtract the account payable of 2018 from this amount. Press enter, and now we have 36 million increase in accounts payable and increase in the account in the accruals. Press equal and again scroll up to the balance sheet and we can find the accruals here. Okay, it's somewhere here. If you, yes, this one, 150 minus 135. Okay, and press enter. This is the 15 million we have collected so far in the accruals. It is an increase and it is not the outflow, cash outflow. That's why we are not going to report it under parentheses. So the net cash flow provided by the operating activities will be just equivalent to sum. Okay, and we are going to select all these values and press enter. So the net cash provided by the operating activities is $146.4 million. Okay, now after this we are going to calculate the investing activities here. Okay, and the first thing we are going to calculate is the cash used to acquire fixed assets. Okay, so how we are going to calculate it is just write what do you write, press equal and again go to the balance sheet and find the net investment in fixed assets. Okay, so we will go to the balance sheet, which is here, and you see net plant and equipment. Okay, select this one and subtract the 2018 data here, this one. Okay, and again we have to add depreciation with this. Okay, and the depreciation for 2019 we can find it here. Yes, it's here, this one. Okay, and press enter. So now we have the cash used to acquire fixed asset, and now if you remember this amount we have spent, so this is the cash outflow and the cash outflow must be reported in parentheses. That's why you can see here we have to make certain changes here, and that is close the parenthesis here, and now you come here, you press minus and start the parenthesis so that the value will be reported negative and it will be under the parenthesis. You can see it now, this is the negative amount. Okay, because we have spent money. And here sale of the short term investment, again we are going to calculate it by short term investment in 2019 minus short term investment in 2018, and we can find it again in the balance sheet. Okay, so the short term investment you see is here only one, is remaining only one, minus this one. Okay, this 72. Now again I will request you to focus here. We have certain thing to do it here. Okay, you see this is the negative amount, it has been reported, but this is not the negative because in 2018 we had 72 million short-term investment, and in 2019 as we had, if I show you the balance sheet, you see I will explain the point so that you can understand it. You can see here the short-term investment in 2018 it was 72 million and in 2019 it is only 1 million, which means that 71 million worth short-term investment we have sold, and if we have sold, it is the cash inflow, and the cash inflow cannot be reported negative. That's why you have to make certain changes here again, and that is start the parenthesis and come here and again write minus and start the parenthesis, press it so that you can make it positive. Now you have collected 71 million from the sale of short-term investment. Okay, now we are going to calculate the net cash provided by investing activities, and that is sum. You can just type the sum. Okay, double click here and add these two values, and now you can see that the net cash provided by the investing activities is negative, and this is just because of the investment in fixed asset, because in fixed asset we have invested 268 million, while we have 71 million in cash inflow. So if we subtract the 71 from the 268, we find the 197 million dollar. Okay, but the investing activities is having negative amount, while the operating activities is having positive amount. Okay, so now again come here and to the financing activities, and here we are going to calculate the increase in notes payable. So press the equal and go to the balance sheet and find the notes payable. Okay, payable in the here we have the notes payable, okay, of 2019 minus 2018. Okay, and you just press enter. Okay, so 48 in the notes payable, increase is 48, and this is the positive cash flow, because from the notes payable we have collected certain amount of money. Okay, again we have to calculate the increase in bonds. Again go to the balance sheet, and we are going to subtract the amount of 2018 from the 2019. Okay, long term bonds here is equivalent to, you see, long term bonds 785 minus 620 in 2018. Just press enter, and again we have 165 million dollar in bonds. Okay, and now again we are going to calculate the payment of common and preferred dividend, which we are going to find in the income statement. Okay, so just scroll it up to the income statement so that we can find the dividend to the preferred dividend and common dividend. Okay, so here is the dividend. Okay, preferred dividend is here and the common dividend is here. Okay, so we are going to add these two figures. So click this one, preferred dividend, and plus this one. Okay, and press enter. So we have 58 million of preferred dividend, and as you know, this amount is a payment, it's an expense, so we are going it is a cash outflow. So again we are going to make certain changes here, and that is we have to report it in a negative form. So start the parenthesis and come here, press in minus and start the parenthesis here and press enter. Okay, so now you see it's a negative cash flow. We have made it negative cash flow, and now we are going to calculate the net cash provided by financing activities. Just sum it up, the three values, and we will have the ultimate result. Okay, so the net cash provided by financing activities is $155 million. Okay, net change in cash and equivalent. Okay, we are net change and equivalents, we are going to calculate it by just press equal, and we are going to add this one, the net cash provided by operating activities plus net cash provided by the investing activities plus net cash provided by the financing activities. Okay, and now just press enter. So we have 104.4 million in cash, and it is the change, not the total. Okay, and here we are going to calculate the cash and securities at the beginning of the year. So for this we are going to go to the balance sheet, and you can see here that the cash and equivalents in 2018 was 17 only, okay, and the 2017 closing data is the opening data for the 2019. That's why this is the opening of cash and equivalents for 2019, and I have selected, so just press enter. Okay, now you can see here the cash and securities at beginning of the year is 17, and now we are going to calculate the cash and securities at the end of the year. So just press enter and sum, let's say you sum all these two values and press enter. Okay, so cash and securities at the end of the year is 121.4 million. Okay guys, thank you. I hope it helps and you understood it. It was very easy. If you need any kind of help, if you have any query, just comment below and I will answer all of your comments. Okay, and if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channels, like our videos, share it with your friends and comments. Thank you guys. See you in next video. Okay, bye bye.